I see that.
That is the weirdest
Flop.
thing.
Here you guys go. Enjoy.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you die?
Just snap my neck.
No.
No, Mom snapped his neck.
Shouldn't be traveling back in time.
Actually, what clip did it play? I haven't seen it.
I don't think I played a clip.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
because...
You know what? You're right. You deserve a clip. I'll leave this in the background a little while.
Tia's just getting her
Barp, 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 barp. Oh, hey.
Oh, there we go.
Good clip.
Ow. I'm stuck. Fuck. Good. I'm stuck. Shut up, Justin.
If you didn't, you definitely check out Becklin. I appreciate it.
I am very cool and epic.
She does cool art. She's...
Yeah, I'll join when we get to the
Perfect.
dungeon.
Now, if I get out of pose,
Or sooner if I finish this beforehand.
I'm standing.
Oh, no.
That's what. I don't know where my posse is. I'm sure they'll be along shortly. Let's begin our investigation.
I should check how many more quests we have until the dungeon.
Idea.
I know where
Okay.
he is.
Oh, you don't? I'm leaving.
You're safe?
Nope.
Talking about the quest.
You barely took 12 steps, and I have to do all the hard work. Bye.
Okay, you're about halfway through Elpis.
Tell me what you can about the Blood Raven.
Thank God, that means I didn't miss the highlights of this area.
Sure.
I'm very sure. I gotta turn on my stream audio. I want to hear the music and cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of person.
He's very depressed.
Carrying the...
Vanna a lot. I like Vanna a lot. She's very cool.
Got you.
Also, I know you're not gonna do them on stream, but I like a lot of the side quests in Elpith. Specifically the ones that give you the ether currents.
I mean,
No, not right now.
I don't really think I need any EXP at the moment.
No, probably not. Yeah, you're fine then.
So wait, are you telling me that I showed up here? Pause for
No.
going out and
I want to say no, with a catch. Oh, you'll find out later.
I mean, I'm already sure that me going back in past event.
In a way, which you'll find later, that I'm not going to say
Oh my
because
god,
it's
Fan Daniel
spoiler.
isn't dead.
One
Bro,
say
he was
dead.
sundered.
Oh my god, he isn't dead, guys. Plot twist.
He literally died 1,000 deaths.
Why couldn't these all just be voiced? To just read. I'm a terrible reader.
Emmett, you're already the narrator of so many areas. Why can't you narrate this quest?
You know, I reading enough Emmett Selk is probably a good idea.
Nah.
My Fat Daniel Fan Fiction. Made by myself. Chapter 1.
Why, I'm so cool and everyone else sucks.
He didn't want to talk to me. I think I asked who direct question. Can I just use
Get this there, son!
speaking of that sword?
Damn.
Full sword.
Not even
Yeah.
not crazy for this,
No.
but half and half's just.
Do you plan on going to try and finish it before you reach the end? Because, I mean, while there are still a lot of quests before the end, it's pretty much a mad dash to the finish line after you clear the level 87 quest.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try to finish. It's really hard for me to put down and just.
Yeah.
I might
Yeah,
try
that's
to
the long
finish the
thing around
armor
here, yeah.
or find a better glamour. I don't think I'm gonna. But I am still trying to go for.
Alright.
I want the Lux,
Problem?
the blue flame, hyper.
Ooh, the animal weapon.
Ooh.
The problem is I'm stuck on grinding poetics and I grind them so efficiently it's not funny.
Yeah.
I need like 18,000.
Ah, which is perfect because you also want to do Eureka for the armor, and that gives a lot of poetics.
Like, damn, son.
I'm almost done with the flat colors, and then I gotta do the background and shading.
I'm curious.
Mhm.
Not that you tell me if I guessed it right anyway. That some combination of the four sisters and Bennett that ate Heidelin. Cause then I'm thinking about hear, feel, think.
I'm gonna nip that right in the bud, no.
Kinda cool though. I did spoilers, Becca. Shame, Becca. She gave me
There she.
Not really much of a spoiler.
told me what wasn't gonna happen. That just limits my options. Bruh, you can't do that.
Bro,
How
you're
it
the one
works.
that's still asking questions. I know it's mostly just to make conversation during all these
Well,
cutscenes.
oh, well, fine. I won't say that. Cutscenes are slow.
I know, I'm sorry. We're at least, like, getting to the really interesting part of Elpis in the next couple quests.
Bring me all the way to this tower, but we gotta go further anyway. Bitch, you.
I love the music in Elpis. So peaceful.
Holy hot damn.
Oh, I love that mount. I love the Bismarck bird.
I'm the only I have.
Yo, we should do bird farming one time.
Becca, stop trying to create more Final Fantasy content.
Lilith was doing birds not that long ago.
We're almost out of Final Fantasy content.
We're almost out of content.
We're almost out of
I'm just
content
listing off a
already.
bajillion things I want to collect. One day I'll drag you to boss chat and you'll cancel your sub. I've been listening to the Endwalker soundtrack a lot. Hard not to, though. It's a really good soundtrack.
I like how this is all like, we created
Yeah.
chaotic as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, considering what the fucking raids in Endwalker are, yeah, that's an understatement.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, Blue Maw.
Not really much of a spoiler, but like the
Oh,
fucking.
just shush. You already spoiled enough.
Hey, jeez.
It's your-
Well, comment well met. My brave little Scott.
Oh, spoil? God. We'll get there shortly. Talk to the other girl about the night.
Alright.
Passes this. I need a...
This isn't Eureka.
Apparently I...
Oh, you're like up on top of the building.
I'm back. Hey. Ah, that's fair. I died. Now, why couldn't they have something like the high towers and aptitude? Probably a pretty.
Lovely. This area is already fucking massive, though, and considering there's all the floating islands, I imagine that makes much more room for just big fucking towers. Where are the children, Crow? I'm drawing, if that's what you're asking.
Somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Uh-oh, sad music.
Oh no.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
What is the future like?
Ever.
Oh.
The children.
I swear I could hear the glimmer in your eyes and the adoration in your voice. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own.
What kind of funny stories will you tell her?
By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's
Let me
plans.
tell you about the time my friend got caught and sent to jail for
But
going
more
into a
than that,
library.
I have an
And the
interest
time
simply as
that
a
my
fellow
friend
traveler.
got speared on top of a
Short of
holy
going somewhere
cathedral.
oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
And the time my friend got shot.
And the time that they thought I poisoned the. And that time that beggar tried to throw me in an alleyway.
And that time I freed a whole nation.
That time I sold 1,000 bookcases to the market board.
Have I told you about the gods I've killed? Only a few left.
Only a few left. Only a few left, Ma. Slow turn.
Incredible.
Only a few left, including a certain
Oh, that
someone.
I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart.
Better give something.
Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word.
Everyone. That time I put. Because
As
of
you
my
know,
inner
I was
bird
once a
speaking.
scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world.
Okay, we'll be punting a lot of children soon.
What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature?
That's right, the
Whence
Loperids were the
sprung
villains all along.
mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery,
And
the more I
you
understood,
bitched about the
the more I
grapes.
came to hold the world
The
and
grapes?
its miracles.
Oh.
What about those fucking flat ass flowers?
Oh, hell yeah, that's a cool
Say those
PNG.
flowers are low poly.
Zoom in, enhance. They're one poly. One poly
Oh,
flowers.
We too are miracles. Each
Oh,
and every
God.
one of us. born
have
of the
fun
warm
here.
breath of life
Yeah.
that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity.
Wait, why the fuck did you guys create mold? All over that floor.
When I fully
One of the
grasped
fucking side
improbability
quests
of
in
our
Elpis,
existence,
you
nothing
help
felt
this
impossible anymore.
dude create
it
the
could be
first
imagined,
behemoth.
it could be done.
Wow.
He wants to make the apex predator.
He should focus his efforts on me.
A passion swelled within me. An epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true.
Is that G? Is that G? A female Sephiroth? No.
And a presence
She
without.
likes humanity a lot more than
Immense,
Sephiroth does.
yet intimate.
She's not gonna
Fate,
throw a
perhaps,
fucking planet
holding us
into
in
the
its tender
planet.
embrace.
I don't think it's canonical to all Final Fantasy, but isn't she literally the voice of the...
It's only for 14, and yeah.
Sure, it's not for 3 too, because Crystal's...
Yeah, but it's not her.
As reassuring as it was
It's
intimidating.
Hydaelyn isn't in all the
keenly
Final
aware I
Fantasy
became
games.
But Becca,
creation's
what if
fragility.
Catboy took her
Built as
back
it is upon
with the
precarious
tower into
happenstance.
Final Fantasy 3?
If anything, she's based on like that goddess chick from fucking
I was
Dissidia.
overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world
Except with more of a
intimately,
love for humanity
to
and
hear its
shit.
voice.
Instead of just
feel its
order,
breath.
something.
I ventured forth on a journey that very day. So very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world
I feel
through
bad,
a
I completely
newborn's
lost track of
eyes.
what she was talking about.
Everything
I didn't.
fresh and new.
Okay, good.
And so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose. My love.
I'm right here. I'm full.
And so long as they need
Wow.
help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way.
Spoiler space, Ma.
You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
I'm gonna be honest, the market board taxes are a little high.
Pray forgive my lateness.
Monetarily, was it worth it? Probably not.
My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright
those
light
eyes are...
climbing high
they
into
are.
the southeastern skies.
Yeah,
Then, in
Piercing.
an instant, it was gone.
all of
like
the
a
ancients
shooting
have
star,
glowy
only
eyes.
rising rather than falling. But
And
then
fucking
another shot up,
Hypodeus has
then
those
another,
fucking
and
glowy
another.
pink eyes.
Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Matea, rather. There were
Bro,
lots
they're
of
all
them,
British.
and I realized they must be the shooting stars. that I
Crow.
They're all British. Except us. We're American.
A dazzling
Yeah,
spectacle
clearly.
indeed.
Yep.
Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
The one that breaks him?
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to
Drawing
ask.
the fucking
Thank you
commission.
for taking the
That
time to
was
indulge our
experimenting with
curiosity.
like flat shading. I used the color red without thinking, and now it just looks like there's police waiting outside.
You're very welcome. It's always a
yeah.
pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls.
No, they've been caught.
Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Flat tree. I love flat tree.
Yo, I
boy.
fucking love flat trees.
Hell yeah, for flat trees.
Flat trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puzzle falls into. Ba, ba, ba.
Huh.
Make me walk the entire thing. Come on, Ma, you have like infinite magic. That's a deer dragon. That's a deer dragon. Who created deer dragons?
Mm.
Sounds like a new Pokemon. Behold, I have created the ultimate dragon deer. It shall prance through the meadow. Alright, what we advantage? I get to see the funny event.
The funny event.
I want to see girls go fly.
Damn.
Doggo.
Oh. Doggy.
Not at all.
Yes.
I get to kick the shit out of Ma.
Yeah. This was one of the bits I was most excited for.
Choose your battlefield.
This fucking rules.
Oh fuck yeah, we get to kill Ma. I've been waiting for this.
No, it's a spy match.
What do you think I have this sword that needs more ether to glow?
Oh man. I'm gonna fill this sword with so much ether. Do you have any idea how much ether is inside one of the ancients?
Oh fuck you. It's just like, just meet me over here in this random clip surrounded by giant.
Yeah, you're fine.
Nah, I don't. Child.
Now, are you ready? Are you ready for your duel?
I will not go easy.
You got
Wait.
this.
Level sync 88?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is a solo boss fight, basically.
Oh, it's Paladin? Oh.
Yeah, well, I think yeah, she's a paladin.
Let neither
Yep.
side hold back.
God, this song rules, oh my god.
Indeed, yeah.
My blade sings!
How come your blade doesn't sing?
Where do I get her sword?
Later.
Oh shit.
My blade
Yeah.
sings!
Yep.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Wait, she can just switch classes.
Yeah, she can just switch classes mid-battle.
Yep.
No quarter.
Now she's a dancer.
Have a taste. I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
Oh my god, she's got so much health.
Yep.
White mage.
I want to keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that was close.
Damn.
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all.
Look, lady, I'm not a warrior.
Man, please.
On me, please.
My blade sings!
I wasn't looking at the screen and realized it was a boss battle. Those are some odd lines. Yeah.
This is far.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Stop switching class.
It's just a normal sparring match where she uses all of her power.
No quarter. Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Oh, DPS check. Let's go.
Oh boy, let's fucking go.
Yeah, she didn't go Super Saiyan. She's charging up to go Super Saiyan. Silly.
Oh my god, lay off, lady! They're too fast!
Where's this extreme trial?
And don't forget the other big run.
For the what?
Yep. She got one ball sucked.
She got one big ball.
Oh my god, stop!
More big balls.
Big ball.
The red balls.
Oh. Dang it. It would have been nice if I got some indicators that those ones are better. Uh-oh.
Yep. Red goes first.
I mean, it's not gonna one-shot you unless it goes full.
Yeah.
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and
She's just
show me
home
your
gamed, yeah.
strength of will.
She's doing her fucking Kingdom Hearts ass desperation move.
Maybe that's where we got the reference from.
Oh yeah.
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
Did it.
You did it.
You did it.
I feel like that took me too long.
No, that's a very long fight.
Yeah,
Fuck, I'm pretty sure I failed it the first time.
First
I was
try.
close failing.
It was my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn.
Yeah,
I
that's
made the
right,
same
Crow,
mistake
sparring.
with Asm when we first sparred. Despite being less than half
Now
my
we have the
age,
right to
her
ride on
strength
her
was
dog.
astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain
No wonder
you
the dog
have
lets
weathered
us ride.
considerable hardship. Far more. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he is warmed to you.
Damn, he just duplicated. Dumped water on him.
Boon to be sure.
Yeah, it's a magic dog.
He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Where were you the last 4 expansions?
She's very tired.
Power upon your. Almost time back.
Dude, worthy of his back. You've still got like 5 quests until the
It's
dungeon.
time to punt her. Oh!
No!
You didn't give me enough ether for this sword. Oh, hey, an ether current. I suppose I can let it. Only because this one's in my. Oh, dog, we ride with Mama. And for some reason, someone needs to explain why we still feel safe riding side saddle on a flying creature. It's not even safe to ride side saddle with a harness on a horse. This is perfect. The siege still. Hermes is here. Another boss fight.
Yeah, beat his ass, took his daughter.
I jump off right here.
Yeah. Oh.
Fox's bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Quite a small place, lacking
There
even
you
the
go.
most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before? So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me.
And she
There
can
are
just
two ways to
view
see
the
the
past at
past.
any time.
The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
Mwah.
Ah.
Wow.
Yes, speak. Oh, these are the fuzzy men.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Man.
Whatever intelligent beings that
they're
exist
so
out
cute.
there are bound to be
Indeed
vastly
she is.
different from us. Diverse in form and culture. Possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike. How?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No. I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place,
But
not only for man,
That seems like a problem,
but for all life.
Yeah.
buddy. Contemplating.
Meteon,
Especially if those sisters don't come
though I
back.
gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in
Yeah, I'm
syrup?
about ready to
Oh,
come over.
well, there'll
Oh.
be apples covered in.
And how are you supposed to eat them?
Oh.
Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
Man. Flower.
oh boy, flower.
Oh, that's a pretty sky behind. Holy look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's like the prettiest I've seen this map.
So,
Yeah.
what is your opinion? I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. we must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution.
Time to fuck with the
Then it is settled.
timelines even
You
further.
already
Seek
talked
out
to
our
Hermes?
friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not
Kind
do to let
of.
such a pure soul be
Not
blackened
about
by tragedy.
specifically why we're here.
Oh, so we just told the tale.
Yeah, we told them about everything that happened. We didn't say that it's related to him.
Couldn't tell him that then. By stating history, you make history so.
Yeah.
That and hit. That's why we need to look back and learn from our mistakes and not try to correct them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we're technically learning from the past quite literally right now.
Yeah, but we need to correct mistakes of the past. Wouldn't be here if there weren't mistakes to begin with.
Yeah. We're here to correct the mistakes of the current situation.
I don't think you can fix them.
Let's say a correct piece of the timeline.
I'll just become a vessel for all the aethers, suck it down like a big That's all I am. A vessel that contains soul. Memory. A piece of heart. Lost vulnerably this. I can't question it. Right. There you go.
Maybe that's why Xenos caught you as a vessel.
And then Xenos bursts through the clouds. I find you here.
And who is this voluptuous woman? All of a sudden, Z wanna fuck.
No.
And that's how you were born, dear. Now go out and divorce your father for.
Xenos did not fuck unless there was stabbing.
Of course, there's step.
No, I didn't mean like that.
You walked into that one.
Oh goddamn!
I don't know if I can be sorry for that. Sorry, Becca. To you, not the game.
I'm doing the anniversary event.
Okay. I mean, fair. To just walk you into a wall. But,
Yeah, I'm doing the anniversary event, and it's giving like this big cutscene of Ul'dah. It's got the Ul'dah Day music playing. It's all triumphant and shit.
wait.
But it's dark and raining.
He hears our story. He understands it. And his thought to avoid it is to join the council, which he doesn't want to currently do. Thereby leaving the gate open for it to happen. Big brain, see the whole picture.
Oh, I left my fucking Elpis glamour on during this cutscene. I'm just wearing fucking ancient garbs talking to this rando.
What are you? The grandest. Right behind you.
It's my friends.
Yeah.
Punt, 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 punt. I mean, if you take offense, I tell you. What if I also told you that Twitter thinks you're the hottest thing alive?
I mean, not wrong. Twitter looks at this fucking grizzled old man that looks like he's about to fucking fall off his bones. And they're just like, God, yeah.
Holy fuck, dude, you pull off that outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
Oh,
Emmerich?
Holy
yeah.
shit. The Heian hair, the Amric outfit, holy
with
shit.
that
Oh,
sword.
damn!
You get a good look at it.
Can you examine him?
Not in the cutscene.
Oh.
Cut him off. Hammered the shattered heart. Usually a lot of, I kind of like plain swords because there's so few.
Yeah.
But if there are plain swords, they're usually super fucking
Mm-hmm.
kind of sad because they're actually kind of cool, just plain sometimes.
It has a white name, so I'm assuming it's like a Mog Station item. The Shattered Heart.
We are the shattered-hearted. We are the shattered-hearted.
Yeah, it's a Mog Station weapon. It's one of the Heaven Sword weapons. As in the Knights.
Oh, it is, yeah.
I have to. Oh, gonna fight the garden, huh?
It's a nasty place, and despite it being a garden.
You think they can kill a paladin
Probably not.
of my level and caliber?
You are pretty powerful.
Oh, that's gonna be that. Yep.
Bitch came out of Eureka.
Oh god, this guy just brought in a double set.
Oh my god.
He's a milk?
Would be nice. Especially since he just got me hit by his more, bro. This is helping me kill mine now. I know, his enemies kind of spawned as soon as I used an AoE.
Yeah. It's okay. He has his chocobo.
Really hard to find to know where Hermes went.
Would be mean of me to just follow after him.
I mean, with in here, it's a randomly counter here.
Oh no, he pulled actual enemies too. Nice of you to join.
Yep.
Hermes got eaten by one of these.
Oh man.
Gotta save him. Like, what on earth would you have to create this nightmare?
I mean, this place is a nightmare.
It's probably some like really specific nature thing. It's just an ancient trying to hide their barely disguised fetish.
Yep.
So he's somewhere in this bubble?
Nope. I mean, yeah, he's somewhere hidden.
Oh my, fuck off. I have to, I'll just tank an entire garden.
The anniversary quest is actually really cute. You're helping a new adventure around Ul'dah. Considering how much things have changed in the world of Final Fantasy XIV, like since a year ago, it seems really fitting. A lot of the people that came in during the WoW Exodus are probably now fucking escorting this random NPC.
I just circled the whole thing.
Is it below?
It couldn't be below.
Oh.
Yeah, I know for the first time it's around up top down here.
Fuck.
It's really heavy.
I got you.
Did it. Probably ignored these a little too much.
It's somewhere outside of the gate. Let me up the area.
That's it's in garden.
Yeah, which means out of the gardens. I mean, you spot him.
Oh, you mean like somewhere just outside the edge?
Yep. If I recall correctly, yeah. Yeah, I gotta follow that Raven guy. Maybe I have to follow the other guy. So you know where it is. Oh yeah. Try around here. I pinpointed.
All I'm gonna be doing is grinding my levels, so if the game really wants me to level 90 before I'm done, they just randomly spawn in on me.
If
Yeah, there he is.
there he is.
Find the rock.
Perfect. And this guy actually runs out.
This is no place for idle exploration. Why the fuck are you in here, you asswipe?
He works here.
In the garden, specifically with a helpless little bird girl?
He oversees the whole thing. He can go
A
wherever he
likely story.
Wait, this
Where
is
were
no
you on the
place.
final days? You will be judged for your answers will be held in accordance with the law. Then pay with your blood.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure mine's written.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are
This is an
and why you
intervention.
came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction, and none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to Dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates Dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate Dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of Dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without a Theris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Meteion. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report. It hurts! It hurts! So hot, so cold, so sad. I don't understand. Make it stop. Please, make it stop.
Steady, Meteion. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why? Why do we... They hurt. Hurt. Hate. This is wrong.
No.
Maybe I'll
God.
know.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding
Made her
confrontation.
chameleon.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteon also employs dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
I think she just got real.
Yeah.
I'm
I
an ace
wonder what she
detective.
found.
Dynamis detected. Just
Didn't-
grabs you by the throat.
You know, I've got another odd thought. So I'm probably wrong again.
I'm over in Elpis now if you want to add me. In your friends list. That's where I am.
Oh, that's fair. I'm gonna guess we kind of conclude whatever needs to be concluded her and she gets reabsorbed. And then those feelings transfer to him.
She isn't really part of him.
But created with like his magic. So if you were to kind of thing, you know? Take back in to try to fix.
Not quite.
Also a cool plotline. I'm guessing she's down here somewhere.
Yep.
One, because it's on the very edge of that circle. And it's like a destination.
Might be below it.
I am below it.
Oh, your waypoint.
I mean, in the water.
There's an arrow pointing upwards on your like AoE marker.
Try to find my way back up.
Oh, here, let me
yeah,
fly you.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's a long way, but please let me fly you.
enemies. Taxi!
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 Someone call an Uber driver!
Back, I activate your bird find protocols.
Okay.
Sniff, sniff.
Sniff, sniff.
Sniff, sniff.
It's back the way we...
Okay. Ow.
She's on that ledge.
What ledge? Yeah, I'm gonna let you down here.
That is up. Here it says I'm at level with. Change.
Which means the same elevation.
Alright, so it's this elevation. There's another spot down there.
Maybe.
Oh, there's a spot down the tree.
Now she's... Beep. I'm gonna suck you into my sword too.
Oh.
Walkers, get him!
Probably closer to the center because at this point that would make more sense. Pretty spot, she likes pretty blue.
She likes water.
I mean, most creatures like water.
What about geckos? Geckos like water.
I assume so.
But they live in it.
Yeah, and they need to keep cool in the hotness.
Yeah.
So they eat the blood of their enemies. I have no idea. Butterflies don't. Butterfly. How did it?
No?
Going up and around. Get back here, you little potato.
We no harm you, little girl.
I don't know what you're talking about. I could use crispy chicken drumstick. Wait, maybe that's where that video came from, Becca. What if that's the Kuyula leg? I discovered.
Oh crap, Lotus.
Is that a fucking Hydra plant?
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe they should just make regular Hydras. I don't know, it feels like the biggest flaw of his character would be like understanding how like evolute. You know, like the science behind it, letting it grow and change to meet its own need.
And the problem with a world that's seemingly perfect is that they tend to ignore all the bad stuff that's happening. Therefore, things tend to go stagnant because nothing's improving.
Cannot hide, little. Or she would right next to him. He's out towards the end.
I'll be back.
Towards the edge. No, Medion, don't jump.
Jump!
Oh.
How could you go? Trying not to piss off the giant thing. Get behind that tree. Hiding spot.
Maybe.
Oh, not inside the zone. I can just walk the entire outer edge. I was here. I just walked a full outer circle. Center. But I got a point. Correct? I don't see a spot. Wait. Behind that tree, yeah. I'm like I looped the entire circle. Hiding behind something sounds real. Wait.
Yay.
Man, Becca, your bird's loud today. That one. Not gonna fight you. I'm not in Kugane. Honestly, that thing looks kind of terrifying looking.
It's like a big gobble.
I just feel like it's more appropriate to walk on it. I know it's slower and eating up our time, but it's just...
It's fine. I'll run with you.
Okay, she's not going to be in the open. Right?
Probably not. She can turn invisible though.
But like, this one's like in the middle of... I'm going to be in the center behind something around a corner. That one.
Oh hey, these things are on my hunts. Oh, I just attacked a different one. Yay.
Alright, bird girl. Stop doing that. Be underneath that giant tree behind me. this point. I can't wait to fish here.
I just noticed, are you talking on stream?
Hi. It's just sensitive. Sometimes it doesn't pick me up as much as I would like it to.
Word.
I'm sure it's been picking me up.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Is either going to be this lake or the axolotls girl? Man, those sound good.
Huh? You want some chips?
Kinda.
Oh. Here you go.
Those sound good. Sorry for the...
Crinkly. Oh, thank you.
End of the lake. Time to get wet with an old man.
Hell yeah. What the hell is that monster over there? Is that just a regular enemy? No, that is a fucking S rank. Okay. I'm not touching that shit.
Ba-da-dum. Get back here, little girl.
Me and my old man friend are chasing after this child.
I'm gonna put him in the waterfall. Take a bath. Oh, they can just run up walls.
Man, they are powerful.
Conversation point.
This is where I kissed Heath Lodeus, right on his mouth.
On the... You cannot hide the secret recipe from me, girl. I will know how the Keebler elves make those cookies. Or you will die hiding the recipe from me. Yeah, how come she just didn't ask us to kill her? Would solve the problem. Stab Stabby the bird.
No.
Shank Shank. I assume she was. Guess I'll just follow this guy.
Yeah.
He seems to have guessed him like right the first time. Maybe it's a bot. Samurai is a bot. Ba-da-dun. My God, girl. Gonna just appear in front of her, isn't it?
Aha! Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Girl, you can't run forever.
Sulk is so cool. He bought the Shadowbringers Collector's Edition just for that now. Oh, it's time.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
Just getting comfy, don't worry.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please.
She's tearing up just thinking about it.
Protect them. Protect them all. Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across Star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
TEKAbecca. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Man, the weather's perfect for
Turning
this.
a deaf ear, are we?
Getting cloudy mid cutscene.
We are taking Meteion back to
I guess.
Amarant. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion.
So, what I miss?
We're in this cutscene.
Oh?
It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from
I
the
guess he
answer,
is getting close to it.
even if the answer is pain. Even if we
Time to get my link
aberrations
code.
scream ourselves hoarse to be heard. Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteon. Not until she has finished her report. All else must wait.
I think I found my dungeon boss.
Yeah.
Yep.
You fool!
You fucking idiot.
But why would all the other life forms deserve death, but only ours deserve life? All shall must return to the ether.
Man.
Hardays, you dumb fool! Hey, you guys, that?
We're over where the cutscene happened.
Yeah, I know.
Aether current? This must be the last one in the area.
Well.
Oh, wow!
Where's Sweepers? Wait, does that mean you could get these guys in a trust for this dungeon?
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
You didn't say that? Dude, that'd be fucking aww.
Okay, seriously, which one you have the choice? Us or them?
Oh.
If you want to go in a dungeon with Emmett Selk, I won't stop you.
I'll take you guys.
Yeah.
That's alright. When he's tank, he's a fucking Dark Knight. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'll take you guys. If I want, I'll do it another time.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys could have told me that was the decision I'd have to make today.
Of all the story developments happening, I didn't think that would be the one to challenge you.
I really want to see what each of them can do.
Bro, go for it.
It's the whole reason you guys are here is to play through this story with me. I wouldn't be white.
Aww.
I'll just pretend whoever our random is. Huh?
Mom. I think like she's an all-rounder. Heath Ladeus is like a bard, and Emmett Selk is a Dark Knight, or something. Something that's really funny is that after you beat this dungeon, you can do this with the trust system, like for leveling up the NPCs, and all the scions have dialogue for this dungeon they're never meant to go into.
There's probably like little extra lore tidbits.
No, it's just little funny stuff.
I feel like I don't belong here.
No, it's just interesting that they have like unique dialogue talking about like bosses and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know there was an auto enable.
Shit, I gotta get to the nearest.
Mostly useful for just like spoken cutscenes.
Yeah. Give me 3 minutes.
Okay. Bro, we're about to go in a dungeon.
I know, but I have my link code to put in first. Really
Oh my
quick.
god.
Up?
Justin's gotta go do something.
that installing Stain was a mistake.
Telling
I didn't
what?
know which just give me 3 minutes.
Justin had to reinstall PSO2 because he wants to link the account to the PS4 version. And the only way you can do that is by running the game on, like, whatever you signed up on, and then getting a link code for it. Which is fucking dumb.
Speaking of Dark Knight and Samurais, the two people I've been following around all day are here.
Oh, yeah. Da-da-da-da. Hope you like this music. It'll play the entire time until we finish this. And even then, it's somehow less obnoxious than a certain loop that happens
Stand
very
back.
shortly after
I will
this.
protect Bird Girl. You know, one of these loops is why I stopped playing Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, I remember that. Final Fantasy thing. No,
Fucking Behemoth music in World. I couldn't beat it. So when I got to the end of the game, I was like, I don't really need Behemoth's armor. I'll come back when everything is done.
no, like, in the area we go to for, like, level 88, 89, it has a very short loop that's meant to be, like, really triumphant and exciting, but it's playing during all of these fucking quests you have to do, and it's just so grating. Especially since there's so many, like, really important cutscenes happening.
So I thought she had, like, maybe 2 or 3 sisters. How many does she have?
Bro, they're scattered all across the stars. There's, like, hundreds.
Yeah.
Why did he make hundreds of untested things?
They're scouts.
I mean, only know they're like 6 sisters.
It's basically a bunch of scouts connected to basically a database, with Medion acting as, like, the central terminal of that database.
Controlled by emotion rather than luck.
Yes.
This is very dumb.
She does what she's told because that's her assignment, but she also has the ability to not only detect thoughts, but project hers onto others, as she mentioned when we first met her.
I'm coming on.
So yeah, shit's getting fucked.
Ready, Justin?
Yep.
Yeah, hold on, he's not online yet.
I'm not online yet.
Pum pum. Ba-da-ba.
Ba-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da.
I'm just thinking about the fucking Sonic fan dub meme someone made of this area.
On your mark, Justin.
And go.
Damn.
But yeah, we probably got the samurai that's sitting right next to us.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love the music. Oh, I forgot to turn the music back on. I should,
Survey says.
Pumpkino.
Not samurai.
Really?
Yeah. Yo, this person's got sick glam.
Yo, he does got some sick glam.
Not at all a fell. Hunt.
No! Oh, it's not even a glam!
Wait, it's not glam. Oh my god, it's not glam.
Please, turn back, else I might be forced to.
Boop.
Let's go.
Tales of home will find a way.
Tales of lost and flying.
I'm
gonna turn my game down, holy shit.
Never.
I love the music here. Yeah, they really knew what they were doing when back in Heaven's Sword they started making the dungeon themes remixes of the area themes.
Motif.
It's good shit. Nothing gets an RPG fan dick harder than a good musical motif.
Big, sweaty hits.
That too. Hot JPEGs of anime girls. No, those are gacha fans, not RPG fans.
I have some good old tickled bitties.
It's so cold down here. I should have brought my Garlemald glamour.
This is fine.
This is fine.
It's only temporary. I think regardless, he would have gotten this information eventually. I think we just expedited the process.
No, we just happened to come at exactly the moment it happened. Considering that this report is kind of what caused everything to start happening.
Because dumbass couldn't decipher that if everyone else is struggling, maybe we should try to solve those problems and work toward a better future.
No, instead I'm gonna just live in suffering.
Yo, behind you, behind you!
Oh shit. My bad.
Oh, baby.
I didn't realize there were going to be enemies behind me until I saw the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a surprise attack.
Giant surprise!
Giant surprise!
There's a face on your ass, included behind. It's got really sharp teeth made of ice and snow.
God, I love Endwalker mode.
Tales of hope, I must now heal.
Alright, first boss. He's guarding this giant spiral staircase. God, I don't want to run up that.
And tank buster already.
Yep, you're just starting with it. The room hasn't even sealed yet. The frostbite and teeth. Follow his footprints.
And behind.
Yep, get behind. This is just crossbreed Priscilla from Dark Souls.
Ah, I'm trained for this.
You're trained for this. We've done this.
You are trained for this.
All it's missing is a cool sight.
Icicle?
Icicles.
The Skaven symbol
Oh my god.
Oh, damn!
is the first Ratman.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's a tiger.
Yeah. That's a lot of health, my dude.
What's up?
Boss. Endwalker bosses, man.
Right here.
Oh, I'm an idiot. What? I made it. I'm like Lee Sin. I go whoosh.
Who's the game?
Never gonna catch me.
Asagi!
That's Yasuo.
Yeah, cool. You can see it's just... Whoosh.
Does he have any group damage I have to mitigate or no?
There we go.
Well, bad guys.
It's okay.
And to split us up bad.
Yeah.
Ah, you don't hurt. Nice try, loser.
Really? Hologram?
I'm going to be invisible again.
I shield you for a good thing.
This
They
one.
heal you back. Yep. It's not good.
I mean, I should be making you use your special abilities.
Bro, he's got those cooldowns for a reason.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
That's like in an RPG where you save all your fucking healing items in case you need them, and then you end the game with just a surplus.
I think you sell them all. For someone who's not as good as you. Hi, Justin.
Casting. You just
played it.
I'd laugh.
Time to climb this entire staircase.
Oh boy, sounds fun.
Never mind, we're at the top.
Oh boy,
Look how
I can see
high
my
up
house
we
from
are
down
now.
here.
Look how high up we walk up those stairs.
Yo, a crystal room.
Yo.
Time to spend an hour listening to memories.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh boy.
Where's he stole over me, her?
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
You got this.
You got this.
Mitigation go. Oh my god, mitigation going up.
Go mantra.
I'm gonna use Divine Veil. I'm not moving from my position. Job, Justin.
There's my Red Bull.
You got your Red Bull.
Red Bull gives me wings.
I did great. Totally intentional.
That was totally intentional.
Damn right. We show them.
Box.
Aiming.
Excuse me, hippopiffs. Yo, what's that journal over there?
Lore. If you want to
Yeah,
go
just
further.
some lore.
Yeah, you are the tank. You can't go further without you. You're just gonna mitigate damage while you're reading it.
Dude, come on!
What?
Oh my god!
Hey, you got
I wanted to read it. What if chat wanted lore?
But Dylan, you're gonna die while you're reading.
Nah.
Now you're here.
I read it all. And if not, I can always just look at the VOD later.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at my magic. I'm almost close emptying.
Mana.
My poor mana.
Aw. No, I care. This help.
It's okay, man.
Just hug you. While I'm getting stabbed by a griffin and you have to heal me, I'm just gonna hug you. You need it, man. I can let you regen.
Big fucking cats.
I'm good for right now.
You need a second, just let me know. Ooh, look, a chest.
So whoa.
Oh wow.
And I wonder which way we have to go.
Man. Obviously not the way with the chest. That's why the chest is over there.
Now the boy will find. I wanted to tell me what they got all these creatures.
They made them.
Yeah, but I meant like the ones from the Eorzea.
Yeah, they made them.
They made them.
This is not what evolution looks like.
This is God's creation.
Look, shit got fucked up after the thundering.
No, wait. Asian's creation.
That's why there's
That's a
also,
Hydra.
That's why there's also similar creatures on the first.
Does this have Hydra mechanics?
I don't remember. I honestly have done this dungeon maybe once since I've initially cleared it.
Yeah.
Concept review. This guy was just chilling in here. Being fucking studied.
Are you saying there's a lore document in the boss room?
No, I mean, that's the name of the arena.
Oh.
That's this room. That's why there's a bunch of chairs
Oh,
and
now I
tables
remember.
outside. Breath?
Get behind.
Yeah.
It is Hydra
Right.
mechanics.
Inhale.
Draws in E3. Breath.
Over here.
Oh yeah, watch the heads.
Yeah, watch the heads.
It's balls now.
Yeah, you sucking balls.
Pick it on his left.
Over here.
Why does this one have such a long one? Oh, it's just a raid wide. Okay.
Yep.
Or party wide in this case, I guess.
Alright. That middle on the left.
Oh, sh. Back up.
Over here.
Stop turning. Holy fuck, boss. Stop.
And behold my ultimate attack where I use all three hits. so powerful. You know what? I'm so powerful, I'm gonna do this.
Becca, we need that.
We're fine. Man, not gonna get any tank gear.
Like I wanted it.
I mean...
Any good striking gear? Dang.
I cannot let you take Mission. Not yet.
Oh no. The goals! Those ones that sound like moose. Tell me they don't sound like a fucking moose.
This bitch be sounding like an elk.
Or elk, yeah, that's it.
You mean the deer?
Yeah, it is a deer.
Oh, it's a bird.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bird. It
Well,
sounds
shit,
like a
I
deer.
guess you're right.
Did you know that the elk are an extinct race?
That's right, we killed all of them. Oh my god.
You're right.
No, these ones have horns, these are the elks.
No. These are gulls.
Seagull.
Man, could you imagine if there was a bird with like deer antlers?
That'd be rad.
We'd probably think of it as nothing unusual until we went somewhere where there weren't any.
Like a flying jackalope.
That's what this is, Becca. Jackalope.
Our jackalopes like bunnies.
A birdalope. Or I call them a bird and nope.
Oh.
I don't want to take her. I just want to stab her and I'll leave you with the body and you'll understand when I kill you in the future.
You're so high above the ground we can't even see it.
I fly.
The cat.
No, this is a long jump, man.
We're literally in like the fucking edge of the atmosphere. Oh hey, more lore!
Huh?
More lore!
Lore?
No!
Lore!
God damn it, Becca!
Tis a traitus on
Yo, it's about
force.
migratory birds.
Yeah, this is important. We're literally chasing
now where was
after
I?
a migratory bird right now.
I mean, it could be worse. I could have pulled 2 rooms, popped hallowed ground, and just sat there reading a lore document. One of those lore bits is getting clipped. Just because you shouted, no! Probably the second one, if I'm gonna be honest.
Oh shit! More birds!
Ah, shit. Who could have predicted more birds? Are they gonna both?
It's almost like the guy we're fighting really likes birds.
Yeah, predict more
Like
birds.
he's a master
probably...
of flight. How the soul will find. Sorry, that song's like in my head now. It comes say it does. Why
If you're gonna keep repeating it, can you at least get the lyrics right?
Why?
Oh yeah, sing the whole song. I bet you won't get it right.
You like Endwalker, sing the entire song. Damn, you're right.
Here, I can do a reprise. Is that enough? I mean, every song in this game is just a motif anyway. I once read a review that said that.
Wow.
Every song in here is a motif. It's just lazy sound design.
It's so lazy. Just like the Undertale soundtrack.
The Undertale soundtrack is garbage. You heard that?
Oh my god,
It's all
they're all the
chiptune and
same
old-fashioned. Like,
Oh
ugh.
my god. Alright, let's stop joking before somebody actually takes us seriously. The only tank gear we got was a gunbreaker weapon. Bum, 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 bum.
So,
Oh.
comes to this. I've no wish to
Nemesis
fight.
mentioned that
This time,
transforming is basically like
cannot yield.
disrobing in the eyes of
The
Emirati
world may
society.
think me a mad
That means that this guy basically just got
Hold
naked in front
fast
of
to
us
my
to
conviction.
protect his daughter.
Hey, excuse me a second.
Oh, I guess there is one slave. Yeah, one melee gear.
There's just a whole like study up here.
I
Look at
will
all
have
these
the
like.
time and tranquility I
Okay,
require.
let's go.
Dust and gale, gather to me.
This.
Oh man, if Justin's saying, "Oh man, this part," then oh boy, we are in for it.
Oh, jeez.
Unleash your power.
Do we just gotta watch these?
Position.
Okay. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, I got one.
Tossing winds, pierce my foe.
And nobody on our team got hurt.
Stay in the middle.
The healer did.
Yeah.
Nobody on our team got hurt.
No one of consequence got hurt.
That's so mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, look, a meteor.
Oh my god. Directly center.
Middle.
Oh. Oh, is that one of these? Bye.
Yeah, hide behind the one that isn't cracked.
Oh, come on! I'm dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we don't have friends. Should we just wipe? We do have a death wall, I'm pretty sure. I did not mean to just stand on that. Fuck. Bleh.
Test my conviction, for I am the tank.
Oh, I probably could have interrupted that. Oh, I'm dead.
Streams of ether, surge as one.
Well, you might as well just yell at me about mechanics, as we are gonna wipe.
Bro, I'm not there. I'm coming back.
Yeah. Oh man, Herbie's too tough. Guess I quit.
Yeah, I just left the dungeon. But not takes my place.
Yeah, our clone's taking her place.
Tossing wind, pierce my foe.
Save them. Yeah, what?
Fine. A white or 2 is nothing on the dungeon boss.
Yeah.
On a mana.
It's been off for me. Alright, just keep fighting. You get your mana back.
Let me in. Let me in.
Let me at him.
Stars on high.
Oh, that's... You're not surviving.
Yep.
I think I held on pretty long for not having a healer.
Yeah, 50%.
Not bad.
Oh, you want to just grab me, or?
Oh, you want me to?
Do you want the rest sickness?
What are you doing, guy?
I mean, you really want your weakness?
Yeah, the boss needs a little help.
Oh, okay. Bum, 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 bum. Well, there's good news at least. pretty much right after this dungeon, we finally leave Elpis.
Oh yeah, you just gotta watch that glorious scene.
Yeah, the infamous level 87 cutscene.
I mean, I'm 88.
87.
87.
You are a little ahead, but that's fine, because that means you don't have to do grinding at like level 89.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to do the final dungeon.
I will have the time and tranquility I
In a
require.
second. The second final.
Lust and pain, gather to me.
You need guard, let me know.
Okay, you just came in really loud.
Okay.
It spooked me.
I just need to watch the voice.
Enter.
I know. I remember now.
Dancing winds, pierce my foe.
Bum bum ba bum 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 bum
Stars on high.
Alright, center. Nice.
Over here.
Down here.
Hey, much better.
I did it right the first time.
Yeah.
I tanked it like a man.
I mean, I lost my tent. To know, if you don't know where I was.
Aim it away from everyone else. And then dodge out of it.
I mean, I probably could have survived that if I was actually keeping on my rotation. What would you have done if I soloed this?
That'd be pretty impressive.
Nobody got the interruption action?
Oh, I didn't know it was interruptible. There's so many bosses in it.
Yeah, the true bravery is available.
True bravery, the bar is red when it's charging. That means you can interrupt it.
Yeah.
Wait. Here. On. Forward. Crossed.
Yeah.
Crossed.
Much better.
Ah.
Dancing winds, pierce my foe.
Hit me. I dare you.
Out of it. Here's true bravery.
I just tried to interrupt him, it didn't work.
I don't have a skill that interrupts. I only have one that stuns. Keeps me in the stun.
Dun, dun, dun. No, I have interruption, it's just not on my board.
Yeah.
I don't use it very often.
You rarely really need to. Hell, I'm pretty sure even for the final boss you don't really need to. I want to fight.
But
Behind it.
double or nothing. Alright, guys, ready to wipe?
No.
Even when transformed, I am not finished yet.
Alright, Star Storm. Dead, yeah.
Boom.
No! My power!
Whoa, Knuckles.
Oh boy, Knuckles.
They look cool as hell, at least. Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't get to commend him before I left. Fuck.
I did.
No.
Oh, enjoy a good scene there, Dill.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna love this one and the other.
Sounds like after this dungeon I should end stream then, huh?
Your call.
I'd say to at least finish the quest.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, finish Elpis.
Yeah, let's finish Alpus. That shouldn't take too long.
No.
Yeah.
Especially at this point.
You got this and then another quest, I think.
Yeah.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteion into custody.
Why do you guys sound out of breath?
And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you
They
will
had to
come
climb
with
up all
us
those
too.
stairs.
We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteion, I am so sorry. Would that I could have listened to your report in full. Reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others. That they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed. And that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars? Was there a reason for living?
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased, heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own.
Fuck the ring.
One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity.
It's coming down really hard here, yeah.
They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live. Though worlds apart, these people shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth. That they would never be free of fear and sorrow.
so long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this
Meteon's making the birds panic.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Let me, Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Etheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence. There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation.
He created the
You
ultimate
will know
anti-being,
peace
didn't he?
and serenity,
Basically.
and it will be beautiful. We will make our nest at the
Why is everyone I love gone evil?
and there in the dark of dead worlds hold sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star. Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Etheris.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or die? Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed. If we ourselves are flawed, does not stand to reason that we too should be discarded.
Well, at least I was right on that bit of it.
That is sophistry, and you know it.
What? That the story was about depression?
Perhaps
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Who is to say that you are right? Let us settle this with a determination. In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to revert his demise. If not, he will perish in the star. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos! Awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of Emmet Selk of the Convocation at Propylion. Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events, and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emmet Selk and Hitheldaeus. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with a burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Go, Meteor. To the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
This ends here!
Fly, Meteor!
That is far enough, Hermes!
Argos, to me!
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with. Not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits. And no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact. And I will see that you do. Now then, where is it?
Thank you, Heathlow.
There you are, my little confluence.
Very well, then. You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. 1 remaining to execution.
No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am. But neither Can I let you escape?
Tia!
Ow!
Too brave by half. Exemplary work, as always, Emmett Selk.
What? But how? I thought the confluence was...
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping we would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant
trickery.
those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate. Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azen.
There's no time! Quickly! Even now, I do
Doggy.
not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory
Bye,
operation.
Emmett.
Bye, friend.
Go, Argos! I'm fine.
Man, your dog sparkles so
Just
loud.
a little tired.
Yes, yeah.
Can it be true? Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations? And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteon's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emmett Selk and his Ladeus, all is not lost. We remember.
Thanks,
So
Mom,
long as
you're
we
the
remember,
best.
our fates remain
Yeah.
ours to shape.
No, a massive mind wipe is the only way they could have gotten away.
Yeah. The fact that he doesn't know you before Shadowbringers.
What indeed? Let us begin by ascertaining the situation at Catesis Hyperborea, where the others should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time?
Okay.
Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
Ah, yeah, here, let me just split my skull open.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteon, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos's accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Vinar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Vinar was with us, I have no recollection
Oh no, they
of it.
forget.
But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress as well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Vinar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteon did, it seems he bore the brunt of it. Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos,
So he remembers,
it
right?
manipulates memories through the emission of
Who,
etheric
Hermes?
waves,
Yeah.
correct?
Oh, he also forgot.
Okay.
Everyone on top of that
There
building
is a
lost their
theory which
memories.
holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld.
It's like, we're all
If
just a
true,
dream.
Then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
I doubt aught of interest occurred.
Yep, that's important
Look
info.
forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
And more meaning.
By the way, that's why Emmett comes
Let
to
us
save you
rest.
at the Warrior
If
of Light
only for a
fight.
while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
That was a lot.
Yep, and it's about to be a lot more.
I mean, yeah, I have to get home, and she has to become Heidelin, so... Can I take them into other trusts?
No, unfortunately. They're specifically a trust for that dungeon. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm here for this quest.
Yep.
Hey, can I get a lift?
Yeah, sure.
That's a long fucking way.
Where's my car?
Don't mean to be late.
Yeah.
Much easier to fly.
Oh, wait, you're really far away. I need to teleport.
We're going back to the entrance.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. Justin's there.
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm there.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got that ramen noodle in the trunk?
Hell yeah!
Where you got this, right? Ramen noodle cup?
Cup
You know
noodle.
that cup noodle gives the best protein noodles ever?
Man, we once saddled on the side of a river fighting a monster. Then we jumped in the car and went home. It was great.
We're not sponsored.
Good old Gladio fucking tips.
Man, I didn't know this was the Batmobile.
Yeah, basically.
You almost ran over Mom.
I know.
Almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This age is drawing to an end. Those will play we recommend you set aside sufficient time to view them in their entirety.
This is a very long cutscene.
Oh yeah.
So I lied when I mentioned
it
the
is
infamous
within.
level 87 cutscene.
Portal
This
that
is
brought
it.
you hither.
Okay, well, you
Will
want to
take you
talk
home.
through it?
Yeah.
Just started.
Okay.
I appreciate your sentiment. I truly do. But 'tis a very long game that we must now play. And while you have maintained a stable presence here thus far, there are dangers in lingering over long. No. You must return to your own battlefield. Make use of the knowledge you have attained, that your days here and our friends' sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. And were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteon at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him.
Hey, Dark.
On us.
Going up for the very end.
Oh, hi.
Things getting really serious.
Yeah.
You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us.
We're doing all right. Going the...
We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end.
Yeah, I remember it.
As you move forward, so too will I. As will all, resolved to fight for the morrow.
By tomorrow.
And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion.
This isn't
She who
tomorrow and
sings
tomorrow.
it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
Look, I need a drink.
I'm going home. Whoopee! Oh, that makes sense.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandania.
Uh-oh.
That's the final day.
Mm-hmm.
But where, though?
Good choice of song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It really adds a whole new context to it.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end.
How would you? Guys, I don't know.
That which hides at the edge of the universe is
I
no
got
longer
Paper Mario
Hope's
tomorrow.
creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiac.
Oh, nice.
And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days.
Nice.
Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
But too dark.
This is all wrong. Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however
God,
great,
and the
could
timing of
eliminate it. If
from
we
the
would
ashes
live,
starting
we
there
must
is so
accept
good.
it as our constant companion. Let us
Oh,
not seek to
yeah.
forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again. A world free of sorrow.
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
mighty Zodiac! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer! Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential. In his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
Fuck. God, it's so cool.
Hell yeah. The best fucking anthem.
It's so cool and so heartbreaking at the same time.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
Fuck.
Damn, yeah.
That hit like a brick.
Conjunction has begun to form.
Yeah, are you okay?
An intertwining of
I'm
your
alright.
time and mine.
Okay.
Not the worst thing that's hit me in a video. That hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
It's gonna be hard to wait.
Oh, yeah. I remember, like, I had to stop playing for the night after this cutscene or something like that, and I was just dying to get to the next part. Are you sure we can't just finish Endwalker this weekend? No.
I mean,
No. Do your funny monster hunters.
At least we got the best cutscene.
Your chat loves playing with you. Also, yeah, that cutscene is probably the highlight of this expansion.
Now the
being
game
the creative writer myself, I do see flaws in it. You can tell when they wrote the very first DLCs that they did not anticipate this ending.
No.
This definitely was planned way later and stuff had to be...
The fact that they got this story and somehow wrote it around the lyrics of answers for that cutscene.
Must have been like the majority.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to hear what everyone says.
Where the hell have you been? The world is dying!
I got sent back in time before the final date.
By the 12th, son!
Graha Tia would be so excited to hear about it.
Yeah, I'm sure he was like, how's my bunny dogger?
Moment, I cannot.
Yay. We're stopping at this quest.
Yeah.
Carry our song. Well, much like my desire to keep playing versus bed, gonna see you guys in a week.
Rest in pieces. In
Oh my
Rest in
god.
fucking pieces.
Jesus. Would we be able to finish it in the next one?
No, absolutely not.
How much time would we?
We have the next area, which is like about half an area. We're finishing up Labyrinthos. And then it's the final area, along with the final trial. There's 2 trials.
2 trials and 2 dungeons.
Yeah, there's a dungeon, a trial, a whole area, then a dungeon, and a trial.
Yep.
There's a lot left, but also not a lot. I'd say like maybe a couple more streams.
Say 2
Or
or 3.
one Sunday 8-hour stream.
Oh my god. Honestly, probably.
Oh yeah, cut back up, yeah.
Oh well, GG. upload starting at 8:30. If you want to join us for what there could be another game time you show up and it actually gets uploaded. I still haven't uploaded a single episode of this to you.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna set them all to upload together. Like not all at once, but like have them all lined up.
Yeah, we should make a cool thumbnail that has all 3 of our Warriors of Light.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're gonna pay me to draw it. No, I'm joking.
Well, I'll do them.